Today we have arrived in a place which is regarded as the holiest of holy city. In all the Shastras it is described as something very heavenly. So the people who are born here must be people of great achievements and of great punyas. And to add to all the glory of this place, today is the day of our independence, the Republic Day of India. Today's occasion is so great that on this day I should be worshipped, because the essence of all the manifestation, all the material worlds of the world is India. India is the essence. The rest of it is all the manifestation of the essence. So to celebrate the independence of this country itself is a great fortune of many people today, that they should worship me on this day. It's a very deep-rooted country, deep-rooted into its traditions and its understanding of life. It's one of the most ancient countries where people have been searching the truth since long. The roots of all philosophies were born in this country. That's why most of the incarnations took their birth in this country or ended up their life here, like Moses and Christ. On spiritual life, I would say that time has taken its toll. We have had all kinds of sufferings and dominations because of the spiritual understanding and bearing power we had. That's representative of what many saints have suffered on account of aggressive people. Despite all that, this country has survived in its own bands. And there is something still lurking behind every Indian mind, that the spirit of this country will never die. With all these horrible things that we have gone through, and the waves of calamities that have passed through, today at this juncture, we should hope that this country should take a new turn to spiritual life. It should prosper in its own nature, that is spirituality. It is not going to prosper through economics or politics or any such things which are extrovert, but it is going to prosper through its spirituality, which is its nature. Once this is realized by Indians, that it is the spirituality of this place which has given us the blessings of God to survive under all circumstances, that we should really pay full attention to our spirituality. They'll change their ways and methods and will not take to Western methods anymore, but will take to the methods which were taught to us by saints long time back. Actually, it is surprising that many saints and seekers are more born in the West than they are born in this country. And that in this country we have people who are still seeking money, seeking all kinds of other things which should not be really be looked at. because they are worth nothing. It is impossible to convince many Indian leaders that they have to take to spirituality if they have to take full advantage of the substance of this country. I hope one day will come when they will realize it, that all our activities must be diverted towards the spiritual manifestation of our talents, so that they receive the best results out of the mankind which is living in this country and can give to the world something what everybody wants, but not what they have. As you know, I have been a participant in the freedom movement, and as a young girl, I have gone through myself all kinds of tortures and problems of the slavery to see what is slavery. But after getting independence, if the people do not understand the technique of the spirit, they are going to lose everything that they have achieved through independence. The whole direction is downward. They think of just physical, material development, which is not going to help them at all, and will take them much closer to disaster, much faster than the West has gone. Because West can depend on spirituality now, because they have realized that spirituality is the thing they have to achieve. But in this country, where spirituality is regarded out of date, I don't know how much time they will take to understand what is the importance of spirituality in this country. Perhaps their children will become hippies, they'll take to drugs. Already we are having a very bad drug problem in Pune city. In Pune there are many drug addicts. You'll be surprised. We have many drug addicts in Pune. And we have drug addicts even in Ahmednagar. So this drug and all those things are coming up the same way it had been in America or in the West, and then it will pass through all that horrible vicious circle, and then it will come to Sahaja Yoga. Or should it learn from you people who have crossed all that for us and crucified yourself, that we should understand that all that is not necessary. Sahaja Yoga, as I have told you, is not for one person. It is not for one country. It is for the whole universe. That's why I said now we have established the religion of Sahaja Yoga is what we call the universal Nirmala religion. And this religion doesn't have any faith in the low-level caste systems, low-level racial systems, low-level political systems, and low-level economic systems. It has its own understanding of the divinity, and it works with that. Once you come up to the level of that, then I'm sure people will be convinced that this is the best way to make the whole world a dynamic source of spiritual growth and of substantial achievements. The rest of it is frivolous, flippant, and temporary. If you have to have something of a very permanent and a higher level, they will realize that we have to see to those people how they have achieved it, how they have become such beautiful human beings. The nature is so helpful to me, extremely helpful. I find that the nature is producing children which are so much wanted today. They are giving children of very high quality back to us, and I'm amazed how one by one all these great saints are born to Sahajogis. But the Sahajogis themselves have not been mostly born, realized, and even if they were, they had gone wrong ways. So they have to now realize that their responsibility as Sahajogis is much more than before. Because they have to be very good examples of Sahaja for their own children. If they do not create that example, the children are not going to follow them, neither the children are going to associate with them, nor they are going to be guided by them. Moreover, a day may come that they may deviate also, though they are realized souls, or maybe that they may give you up completely and become Sahajogis of a different level. So it is for the progeny that we have to work very hard on ourselves. Clear out ourselves, make ourselves beautiful people, grow into it, become bigger people with greater vision, with a broader ideas, with all our strength and will. My own contribution is zero, I should say, because I cannot contribute without your help. And you have to use that. Like in the water, there is lot of energy, but one has to use it only by maneuvering it. In the same way, unless until you maneuver all that I have, I am absolutely a potent personality. For that, I would request you that you cleanse yourself. You follow the rules of Sahaja Yoga with great assiduity. Because you are chosen people of God, that you have to do this great work of God's recreation of the new world of peace, bliss and joy. May God bless you. आज आपला फार मोठा दिवस आहे, परत वसंत पंचमी पण आहे. त्यातून आज राष्ट्रीय दिन आहे. हा दिवस दिसेल म्हणून किती लोकांनी धडपडाट केला, किती लोकांनी आपल्या आयुष्याचा त्याग केला होता, कितीतरी गोष्टी अशा झालेल्या आहेत. पण आपण मात्र अजून त्या स्थितीला आलो नाही जिथे आपण हे जाणू की हा देश मोठ्या मेहनतीने, त्यागाने लोकांनी जिंकला आहे. ह्या देशात सुद्धा जेव्हा आपण बंड पुकारलं, जेव्हा गांधीजींनी असा विचार केला की ह्या देशाची जी खरी संपत्ती आहे ती आत्मिक आहे आणि आत्मबळ हे हिंसेत नसून अहिंसेत आहे, आणि म्हणून त्यांनी अहिंसेवरच सगळं उभारलं. कुणाची हिंसा न करताना आपण हा देश जिंकलेला आहे. जेव्हा असं झालं तेव्हा आपल्या लक्षात हे आलं नाही की आता ही जी आपल्याला एवढी मोठी संपत्ती मिळाली आहे, हा जो आपल्याला ठेवा मिळालेला आहे, हा जो हिरा मिळालेला आहे, हा कोणत्या कोंदणात बसवायचा. तर त्याचे जे कोंदण आहे ते ह्या मातीचंच असलं पाहिजे, आणि ह्या मातीचं जे कोंदण आहे ते आत्मबलाचंच कोंदण आहे. आपल्याजवळ दुसरं काही नाही. या देशामध्ये जे सगळ्यात मुख्य आहे म्हणजे साऱ्या जगाचं जे तत्व आहे आत्मबल ते आहे, आणि त्या आत्मबळावरच आपण ह्याची कोंदण बसवली पाहिजे. जोपर्यंत स्वातंत्र्याची कोंदण आत्मबोधावर बसवली जाणार नाही त्या देशाचं कल्याण होणार. पण त्यासाठी अशी मंडळी आपल्याला तयार पाहिजे जी ह्या आत्मबोधाला प्राप्त झाली. पण अजून मी असं बघते की आत्मबोधाला प्राप्त झालेली मंडळीसुद्धा, ज्यांनी आत्मबोध मिळवला आहे ते सुद्धा अजून अत्यंत कोत्या वृत्तीने वागत आहेत आणि अत्यंत भांडकुदळ प्रवृत्तीने राहत आहेत. त्यांच्यामधल्या ज्या प्रकार आहेत त्यांनी कालच मला इतका त्रास झालेला आहे की आता त्याबद्दल आणखीन बोलायचं नाही असं मी अगदी ठरवून ठेवलेलं आहे.